Welcome back. This is a crystal clear mind. Hello my beauties, how are you all doing out there in the world? Oh, it feels like I've been gone for absolutely ages. Completely unintentionally so, of course. It's just life did that thing again, just absolutely took over completely and utterly. And not just in the sense of I was too busy, in the sense of mentally. Sometimes, all this information, all this research, all of this knowledge that goes into the information in these podcasts, if you aren't mentally or emotionally or spiritually available to do these things, it kind of puts a bit of a kibosh on it, which is why I try not to promise that I will always be doing these podcasts as much as I would love to. And I'd love these to be super regular. I'd love to do one a week, which is kind of what I started off at. But unfortunately, it just doesn't work that way all the time. So my sincere apologies for skipping a few, especially over the new moon, full moon periods. But today I just thought, you know what, I really, really, really want to. I'm going to make this happen. So I've managed to fit it in, even though we've got the kids off on an inset day and we're preparing for work events tomorrow and so on and so forth. I've managed to get here, which is the most important thing in the world. So hello to you all, wherever you are in the world. Thank you so much for joining us and for listening. I'm very grateful for you all to be here. So today we have got a beautiful new moon in Cancer, which is a lovely sign to be. Not that any of the other ones are not lovely. I don't have any favourite when it comes to the zodiac, but it's a beautiful sign. It's a very connective sign. They love to connect with others on a very emotional level. So they'll tend to be that friend of yours that's always there in times of need. They've got a comforting energy about them. They're great with hugs, very mothering. And they're all natural caregivers. So we've got this very nurturing, beautiful energy coming off of this moon today. And although they can be very reserved people, Cancerians, they do stand on a foundation of strength. So don't mistake that reservation for weakness. They're not afraid to act when they feel that it is necessary to do so. They are highly emotional beings. So you're going to notice that during this lunation that, and we will talk about this quite a bit as I go through the podcast, you're going to notice that these emotions, your feelings, are going to be bubbling up and they might even take a bit of a stronghold over you during this period. But that is absolutely fine. It is perfectly normal. Don't worry, don't panic. It's just another wave that you're going to need to ride out, although we're not completely riding it out, as in just dealing with it, just getting by the way that you would as you go through like an emotional surge through a Mercury retrograde. This lunation, this zodiac sign, wants us to ride it out whilst acknowledging these feelings. So you're going to acknowledge these emotions because they are coming to you for a reason. They are representing themselves specifically for you to notice them. So we're going to need to use this time to resist the urge to sink into our masculine energy here. Our masculine energy would want us to fix it, to resolve it, to use our logic, to understand why we feel this way. We don't need that right now. What we need right now is to delve in with our feminine energy and allow our intuition to guide us. Use your gut feelings, listen to your soul's song to tell you what you need to do next. And allowing that feminine energy to reign during this Cancerian moon will give you the opportunity to see your inner magic at work. Now, the zodiac sign of Cancer is connected to our third eye chakra, so it's incredibly sensitive and empathetic and has a very deep emotional connection. So expect downloads, expect your intuition to be into overdrive. Your perception might even open up during this period. This is where we need that kind of connection between our feminine energy, which is riding through this, acknowledging, accepting and nurturing these feelings that appear, whilst also being aware of everything that is going on around us. Now, before this starts to sound incredibly sexist, let's go over some energy basics here. So, masculine and feminine, when we are talking about it in this kind of terminology, we are not talking about male and female as in gender. We are speaking only about energy here. So we've got this wonderful, beautiful balance between masculine and feminine energy, not only out in the world, but within each person individually as well. We are all, both of them. We are all yin and we are all yang. And by having the blessing of having these two divine energies within us all the time in this perfect balance, if we are in that perfect balance, then we are balanced. We have everything that we need between those two energies to be able to move forward. If you are slightly out of whack, which happens almost all the time, feminine energy, you might find yourself more emotional. Masculine energy, you could find yourself being leaning more towards problem solving or more to a call to action. The key is to try and bring the yin and the yang back into balance and in perfect harmony so that we get the best of everything. So just to go over those energies again, we've got the lovely feminine energy. It is very intuitive, it's very receptive. It flows with nature, it flows within itself, and it's quite magnetizing rather than forcing. Kind of brings things into it as opposed to pushing outwards. Very cyclical and emotional, very nurturing as you would imagine, and vulnerable, graceful and subtle, creative. And it's a circular thinking motion. So it incorporates the interconnectivity and the cycles of everything. So the feminine side of us thinks in that kind of circular motion. We incorporate everything when we think. And then you've got the lovely masculine energy on the yang side, which is calling to action. It's willpower and rationality and protectiveness and problem solving and solution seeking, strength, of course, and directness, conquering, and it's linear thinking. It's good at moving things from point A to point B. And as we move forward on a day-to-day basis, depending on what is going on, depending on what is approaching us or what we are coming up for, what we are actually going through at that moment in time, we switch in between the requirements of both of these energies. You yourself will understand that there are times where you are full of inner strength and you can solve all the problems that are going on around you. Sometimes you're just really good at taking control and getting something done with verve and energy and amazingness. And then sometimes you are using that kind of quieter energy, that more flowing energy, to feel your way through it, to take care of those around you, to use your intuition and use your inner magic to make things come to you instead of having to force them to come into your life. And that is you using your feminine energy as well. And if we have a day where we're not really anything in particular, that's when they are in perfect balance and we are not using one over the other. We are actually using them all at the same time. And all of those qualities are necessary within each human being. So now with all of that in mind, we're going to move through this lunation period for the next 2 weeks, and we're going to try and lean into our feminine energy, resisting the urge to lean into the masculine energy, only because right now we don't need that. We don't need problem solving, calling to action. We don't need solution oriented kind of energy. Right now we need to lean into that nurturing, that mothering, emotional, beautiful energy that comes from the feminine side. So we're going to find that we've got our sensitivity and our heart energy is going to be quite amplified during this period. So we're back to these emotions and we're back to these feelings. We're going to use this time to connect with others. You're going to need that connectivity for yourself, especially as you're feeling these, you're riding these kind of high emotions. But it's also a really great time with this nurturing Cancer energy to be the safe space for someone else or other people. It might be more than one, for others to express their feelings and their emotions to you as well. But because we're connected to the third eye chakra through this Cancerian energy, you've got to kind of be careful with that intuitive conduit being quite open and available. You've got to be careful that your empathy doesn't entirely encompass everybody else's feelings and make them your own. So it's quite a difficult task, but you have to be aware of what is your emotions, what are you feeling, and what are you picking up from others that feels like it belongs to you. So some great ways to cleanse your auric field, your energy field. If you feel like you may be holding on to other people's energy during this period that doesn't belong to you, some really quick solutions to get rid of that and just clear that field is to bathe, shower, visualizing the entire time that you are washing away any negativity, any feelings that do not belong to you, any emotions that aren't yours, and you rinse it off of yourself. And if you just visualize that whilst you actually bathe, and that will get rid of it for you. It's a really quick and simple way to do it. Obviously, saging also works here, or Palo Santo, just to waft it yourself with the smoke. All over your body, all over your face, all over your head, especially in the areas that you're feeling it. So maybe around your third eye, maybe around your crown chakra where, you can be downloading from, maybe from your heart center as well. Just waft it over you, cleanse yourself, clear yourself with that smoke energy, which you can also do if you don't have Palo Santo and if you don't have sage in the house. You can also do this with an incense stick. So these are some great ways just to really quickly rid yourself of anything that doesn't belong to you, because that can happen to us on a daily basis, regardless of the moon, regardless of the Cancer energy. Sometimes we are just more empathetic, we are more in touch, we are more open to people attaching their feelings to us and their energy. Sometimes that energy connection can happen regardless of whether we intend it to or not. So with this intense tapping into intuition and your inner wisdom and connecting with that third eye chakra, and then prioritizing yourself and your self-love and your self-care so that you can bring yourself back into a beautiful inner balance whilst you deal with and navigate through these emotions. Journaling, meditating, writing these feelings down and getting these feelings out of you, free flowing through the pages, is actually a really great exercise during this period. So we need to make note, whether that's physical in a journal, whether that's just mental to ourselves, of these emotions that are arising for us. As we say with constant patterns that need to be broken and patterns that shouldn't be repeated and so on, they keep coming back to you quite visually, very noticeably, telling you that, it's a gigantic universal hint. This wave of emotions that you may feel during this phase is exactly that. It is a universal hint. It's giving you a kick in the right direction. It wants you to be aware that all that is being presented to you is with purpose. It is all for you to notice, understand, grasp, accept, and release, or do something about during this phase. So making notes does help, whether that is mental or not, but keep notes so that you can kind of monitor where you are up to and accept this beautiful magic of being shown and guided the best way forward for you to go. So we really are faced with an absolutely beautiful energy in this lunation, and take that opportunity as these 2 weeks running up to the next full moon occur to really allow time to just work for you. Don't let this 2 weeks disappear before your very eyes. Allow it to be bendy and stretchy at your will. Spend time with loved ones and tell them how much you love them and why you love them, and create that beautiful bond and connectivity between you. They need it as much as you need it too. Have big laughs, big belly laughs that make your sides ache, and just pour gratitude out of all of your pores. It is a beautiful moment that we are going through right now, and just set yourself up in a way to absolutely enjoy every moment. Then we also encounter a very powerful gateway called the Sirius Gateway. Now, this occurs between the 2nd and the 7th of July, so we're actually kind of already in the midst of it as well. So we've got this really intense sacred energy gateway going on right now. It's between Earth and the star Sirius, which is our spiritual sun. So this happens every week in the first year of July, and it brings really heightened vibrations, and it can also be amazing for spiritual advancements. And the peak of the energy that comes off of the Sirius Gateway, although it started on the 2nd of July, the peak is actually today, the 5th of July. So it's in conjunction at the same time as the new moon in Cancer. So you've got quite a lot of energy that will be revolving around us today. And then again, it will rise quite strong for its final day, which is also the 7/7 ascension portal of Sirius rising, because that's on the 7th of the 7th. So there's a lot of energetic vibration going on around at the moment. So if this is something that you're into or something that you would like to explore further, then this is a really great time to activate your vibrational frequencies. So it's a brilliant time to receive or become aware of downloads to awaken your consciousness. So you'll be opening up your third eye, enhancing your intuitive, your psychic abilities, connecting with your higher beings and your spirit guides and your angels, honoring the cycles of death and rebirth, and advancing your spirituality during this time. You can allow your soul to expand your spiritual awareness and receive messages from the divine. The best way to begin this is to cleanse your aura to attract more downloads, more connection. Keep it clean, get all the negativity off of you, everybody else's energy off of you, and work with that third eye chakra opening, work with your crown chakra, and see what you can find in this period that comes to you. And just, again, be aware, just make notes of things that kind of come to you. Downloads can sound so big, but they can also start incredibly small. If this is definitely an area that you want to venture further into or become more adept at, then I would definitely look into what you can do over the next few days whilst the Sirius Gateway is open. And if intuitive and psychic abilities and downloads and so on is not your bag right now, or isn't your bag at all, then don't worry, just ride the high frequency energy of what is going on around you during this period. You might find yourself feeling super creative or very much called to action to move something forward. It is an amazing time for beginning or completing projects that you had in mind. Brilliant for entrepreneurial endeavors. So if you want to start a new business, or you've got an idea that you want to push out into the world, maybe you are someone that has created something and you don't know what to do with it, this is a perfect time. All this amazing energy behind you, so enthusiastic to push you out into the world in the best way possible and allow the world to see you for who you are. So even if you don't want to get too much into the psychic side of things, that's no problem at all. Just ride that lovely high frequency energy that will go on till the 7th of the 7th, with a massive surge on that day. And just enjoy anything that comes to you. If you feel divinely inspired to do something, don't ignore that message. That is for you. That message is for you. Just move forward and discover a new freedom within yourself and within your life. So there we have it. An absolutely beautiful period ahead of us for the next couple of weeks. Really using that divine feminine energy, just go with the flow of everything that you feel during this lunation. This really is a time to just almost invoke your 70s hippie vibe. Just go with the love, man. Just chill and relax and just enjoy what is being brought towards you and just ride through it whilst acknowledging everything with love. Meditating, perfect example of what could help you through this period right now. Meditation will be great to bring in that inner peace, that inner balance. Meditation on your feelings and how these emotions are making you feel will also be wise and very, very beautiful as well. And if you meditate using rose quartz and you're around your heart chakra, this will just open you up more emotionally speaking. Because Cancer is the first water sign in the zodiac, connecting with a body of water right now would be beautiful. So we're back to bathing, we're showering, we're swimming. Get near the sea, jump into the ocean if you can, jump into a swimming pool. Any body of water that you can get yourself near. This will make you feel connected and grounded and just beautifully cleansed. Cleansing your space around you as well could probably be quite beneficial right now. You know, your mind needs to be clear. You want your aura to be clear. So cleanse your area, cleanse the rooms that you're in the most. If you can't do your whole house or your whole place that you live in or your whole office, just do the area that you spend the most time in. And most of all, set your intentions for this lunar cycle. Go forward with your intentions in mind of what you want to do with these lovely emotions that have been brought to you. What do you want to do with these feelings that have come to the surface? What have you noticed or been shown that you now know what you want to do with it? Set those intentions ready for that full moon and prepare yourself for the full moon that is coming in 2 weeks' time. If you're going to work with crystals, I strongly suggest working with carnelian through this lunation. Beautiful colours that connect to our root chakra, and through all of these emotions and these high vibes, you kind of need to bring yourself into a lot of grounding. Ground yourself emotionally, make yourself emotionally stable, and carnelian is the crystal to do this. It's a powerful internal fire starter, this one, and it's going to kickstart your creativity and your productivity and your passions, but using and doing so through the root chakra, which will then create this beautiful stability and this grounding effect through it. We've already talked about rose quartz, which I'm suggesting that you meditate with. Rose quartz, there isn't much that she can't do, and she's just the divine nurturer, and of course that's just the vibe of this moon all over. So working with rose quartz will help you as you go through that emotional baggage and you release and let go of it all. She will really help to remove all that negative energy and also just help you with that acceptance that you're going to need and that kind of mothering energy to get you through the entire process. And my third choice would be pink opal. It's such a beautiful stone and it's got this lovely soft emotional healing energy to it. It's a beautiful one for clearing and calming and balancing out the heart, and it will fill your beautifully cleansed aura with tranquility and peaceful energy, which I think, generally speaking, after this entire podcast, you know, this is kind of what we're actually aiming for in this next 2-week period. So pink opal, another beauty. Well, that's it from me. It was absolutely beautiful to be back with all of you guys, and I hope you have a lovely, lovely new moon and a beautiful 2 weeks ahead. And I will be chatting to you again when the full moon comes around. Take care.